This is Barry Heads with Sharp Counsel. As you know, this is part 4 of the sexual downfall series. We'll call this snippet the fruits of sexual discipline, the fruits of sexual discipline. And I hope throughout this series this week that not only have you been listening, but that you've been taking time to find out, are there areas in my life where I can commit to greater discipline, whether that's finances and you say, okay, I'm going to save, I usually save 2% of my income. I'm going to bump that up to 5 or 8 or 10, whether it's your eating habits. I eat um, leftovers in the morning time when I get up sometimes. Now I'm going to eat fruits and vegetables. I'm going to drink more water. Or I exercise maybe once every 2 weeks. Now I'm going to bump that up to once or twice every week instead of skipping weeks. I hope you are disciplining yourself, reading more, learning more, and I hope you are in a much greater state than when we started this sexual downfall series. So today we're going to talk about the fruits of sexual discipline, all right? We've talked about an undisciplined sexual lifestyle sort of endlessly at this point, and that disciplining ourselves can be a struggle. But when we connect with our higher power, which is so important, we become so much more self-disciplined. We live a happier, more peaceful, more prosperous life. When we are sexually disciplined, we don't have to worry about giving our partners STDs. We don't have to worry about walking around day to day with STIs, going to the doctor, spending money, wasting money on things that we could have easily prevented. We don't walk around with high blood pressure. We're not worrying about what test results will say in the future. It's just a much more peaceful life. The body, I think there's even a book called with this title, The Body Keeps Score. And our bodies know when we're in an emotional upheaval. Our minds and our bodies are connected. So whatever we do, we say in the Christian community, sowing and reaping. Some other religious communities would say karma. Whatever we do, not only are our bodies and minds connected, but we essentially reap what we sow. So we've talked about compound interest so many times in this series, but it's so true. Whatever we're putting out, we get back. Whatever work we do, we get back. However we discipline our lives, there is a long-term payoff. Um, and don't be fooled by what people say, by get rich quick schemes, by um, these fast talkers. There is a law of sowing and reaping. Whatever we put out, we get back. We plant apple seeds, we get apple trees. We plant pears seeds, we get pears. We plant orange seeds, we get orange trees. We don't plant orange trees and get bananas. Okay. So we have to discipline our lives. Next, I want to talk about something called sex transmutation. Napoleon Hill talks about this in his book quite a bit. It's an American classic, Think and Grow Rich. I read a portion of that book every week. But he says if we can control our sexual desires, not only do we become better leaders in our field of choice, but we also can become somewhat of a genius. Now, those are his thoughts. Maybe there's some truth to it, but those are his thoughts. But I know the more disciplined I become in my personal life with my actions, my thoughts, this even goes down to our thoughts and our intentions, the better life that I've lived. I've become more creative. I've started my own business. I've written books. I've um, got to work in Congress. I've got to work for politicians on the state level. I've got to meet and talk to, interview, consult with university presidents, to directors of the CIA, to professors, to angel investors, to entrepreneurs who have done outstanding work. So this self-discipline doesn't just give you a more peaceful life, it bleeds into all areas, to your family, to your business, to your work, to just your overall enjoyment of life. We sow what we reap. So many positions in leadership, we talked through the sexual downfall series, so many positions in leadership are lost due to sexual failure. I'm not just talking to men here. women too. So many positions in leadership are lost. Keep your position. Keep your position as long as you want to. As long as you feel like you are contributing to the world in a healthy way. Keep it. Keep it. Don't overstay your welcome, but keep it. And the way we keep one way we keep that one way we keep our leadership posts is through sexual discipline. So control yourself. What we do in private comes to life. What we sow is what we reap. This Berry Heads with Sharp Counsel. Take care.